What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Algorand today. ALGO. At the request of Ronnie, we're doing this for you, my friend. Hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys. Let's get into it. Okay, let's talk about the price action here. Here we are at about 25 cents with a flat base and descending highs. It does look like you want to go lower. This is not a friendly-looking daily RSI. I must say, you had the potential. You had the higher low here. That was bullish divergence. You had the move up, but you did nothing with it afterwards, so down you go. It does look like you have double bullish divergence right now, so that does leave the door open. There's an opportunity to recover from here, but the requirement would then be to close one day, just one day green. Close one day green before you see prices below about 23.5 cents, because if you get to 23.5 cents, I would assume that you would be more of a double bottom, maybe even a lower low, and that would get rid of your bullish divergence entirely, and also would likely validate the breakout of this, right? So you'd have two bearish, kind of one bullish thing going away, one bearish thing coming into coming into reality. I would think that you go lower. That 236 looks appetizing, man, right there at around 20 cents. Yeah, just below 20 cents. Let's see if anything else lines up with that. Let's go on a weekly. Looking left, finding support here at times, finding resistance here at times. A little bit of significance, yeah. Support all the way back here, yeah. That'd be a good area. Let's see. That's your all-time high, right? That's not what I meant to do. That's your all-time high or your cycle high from last time, right? November 2021 to your bear cycle. Why does it keep doing that, man? To the bear cycle. Why? Come on. Bear cycle low down here in September 2023. You hit your 0.5, so going back to your 236 would make sense to me. Yeah, it definitely would. Low to high here. Golden ratio right at the 236, 1985, 1929. I feel like it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think you'll go down there. If this area here did not hold the support, prior areas of resistance didn't hold the support, if your 382 didn't hold the support, likely the 236 will slash the golden ratio of this momentary low to high here. So yeah, I think you're going to go down. Something just below 20 cents. You're at 25 cents now. That makes sense to me, because I am expecting the whole market to kind of drop another 20 to 30%, and that would be about a 20% drop. So then you'd probably be dropping Algorand less than the average crypto, what I would suspect happens over the coming days, over the coming week. So that's good. That's good, and that makes sense. Algorand, I think, is actually going to, I don't think it's going to be a top performer of the cycle, but I think it is going to outperform the average altcoin. So it would make sense if it's going to outperform it on growth. It might also outperform it on the decays as well. From a low to a high, that was, I mean, yeah, that was an above average move. I think the average move is like 170% or 140%. So 479%, man, damn, that's above average there. Being that you were one of the market leaders, one of the main enchiladas on this last move, and the fact that you look like you want to go down, that definitely reinforces the idea in my head that you probably do go lower. Yeah, not just you, Algorand, but the whole market probably goes lower here over the coming week, guys. It's probably going to happen. I need to make a video just saying that, because I think it's gotten to the point where it's so obvious at this point. You have to be hiding in a cave to deny it. Unfortunately, we didn't call it all the way up here. It's taken, the majority of the move down to call for it, but you got to give it some point, I suppose, or you don't have to give it all, but then you're just stubborn all the way through. But I am definitely surprised. I will say, in the least, I am surprised that we've consolidated this long. I thought that whenever it came to November, guys, we topped off here. We consolidated for the first couple weeks of December, and then end of December going into January, we'd rally. I don't think anybody expected us to consolidate this long after that kind of run. But now I think people are expecting us to consolidate longer. Some people are calling for the bull market to be over. It's definitely not over, guys. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but this overall, especially for Algorand, this is a good look, you guys. You literally have I don't know if it's an Eve and Eve. It could be an Eve and Eve. This almost looks like an atom because of how you moved up. Eve and atom patterns are very bullish. Eve and Eve patterns are very bullish. Any kind of double bottom that has this cup to it is nice. And then also you've got this like central, I always call it the nipple, but the focal point right there in the middle. Anytime that you have a double bottom like this and you've got this little wedge in between, it makes this W shape. That's awesome. That's really awesome. And then you have this bull flag, right? You moved up here. You've got a bull flag. That's a bullish pattern. You got bullish patterns within bullish patterns. You're not stopping here, man. You're going higher. You absolutely are. And in fact, the measure move of this pattern from a low to a high, if we were to put it at the presumed low, which I think is going to happen, that's going to be at 20 cents. That's what we were saying, right? 20 cents is the presumed low. So something right around here. Your measure move would be all the way up to $1.14. Your measure move, the expectation, if you do go down to 20 cents. If not, it's only going to go higher. that would be your measure move, right? And the high to low, you don't even get to your 786 with that, but you're breaking above your golden ratio. One of two things is going to happen. The measure move is just an idea. It's not a requirement, my friends. It doesn't have to happen. So if it doesn't have to happen, we could fall short of it and find resistance in the golden ratio. That's fine. Maybe the price goes lower than I think, and then the measure move comes down, and it actually is in the golden ratio. That could make sense as well. Maybe the move doesn't go as low, and then the measure move goes up, or maybe it goes exactly precisely where I think it's going to go, and instead of hitting it, instead of falling short of it, maybe we exceed it and we go to the 786. So my expectations would be that for Algorand, by the end of this next movement up, at least you're going to be above 75 cents, if not somewhere around just below a dollar. Or to me, what's more likely going to happen is you do run up. I think you do run up all the way to about $1.34. $1.34, something above $1.30. That's what I'm anticipating at the moment for Algorand over the coming month, probably by the end of March, if not certainly very, very early April. That's what it looks like to me. I want to look at the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, the 1 hour RSI looks like you want to go lower. There's no disputing that. That looks pretty bad. 4 hour RSI looking like you want to go lower as well. Yes. And the daily just looks sad. So yeah, you're going to need to find some life, and it's not here. Likely it is a little bit lower. Let's just see if we can come up with some other things that agree with that area. High to low here, or low to high here. 1985, the golden ratio right there on the extensions. Perfect. 1985. That's what we want to see. A low to high here. 1941, everything golden ratio after golden ratio coming up in this zone, you guys. So that's what I think is going to happen. I want to look at the ribbons real quick, and then we can finish this thing. We can talk about all-time high predictions too. Let's do that. I know a lot of people appreciate that. So yeah, looking like you're rejecting that. Looking like you want to go down. 3-day ribbon. Yeah. Whatever. Weekly. So with the weekly, generally speaking, whenever you do live in it like this, I like to call it living in it. Whenever you do anything but just bounce right off of it, if you're living in it like this, you oftentimes do find support just below the ribbon. So that going just below the ribbon here, 19 bucks or 19 cents. Yeah, that makes sense to me, man. And then of course the monthly is crossed to the downside. This is not necessarily the best look, but it could be a good look. If you can close on the next 4 days and 9 hours, maybe move down over the next couple days, I don't know, but over the next 4 days, 9 hours, if you can close above this yellow line, rejecting the top of the ribbon and then finding support on the bottom, that's actually a good look. You can wick below it. You can go below it, no problem. Just if you could close above the yellow line, which right now is at about 25.1 cents, if you can do that by the end of this month, I think that would look really good. If you can't, it's okay. It's not gonna be a huge detriment, right? Just like this, you close just above the ribbon. That's a good look, but it didn't promote much growth. You actually started consolidating right afterwards. So if you close just below it, it's not a death sentence, okay? But it would just look nice. It would look, you'd be your best self. You'd be presentable, Algorand, if you could close above this yellow line. Okay, now let's talk about the all-time high expectations, right? Let's talk about it. So looking at this here, last cycle's highs, and it wasn't the highs, but from November 2021 to the lows in August 2023 here, the expectation for Algorand would be that we do see new all-time highs. I do expect that Algorand sees new all-time highs. I don't think that you act the way that you did in November without seeing new all-time highs. I think that is going to have some bullish prospects in the future. You're at about a $2.1 billion market cap right now. 2.1 billion, baby. That's a big one. I think Algorand, I'm going to say it right away, I think that this coin is capable of seeing a $100 billion market cap or more. I think it is capable of seeing a $100 billion market cap, maybe even a multi-hundred billion dollar market cap. So just having that in there, if it can see a multi-hundred billion dollar market cap, $200 billion, $211 billion would be a 100x from here. Right, so a 100x from here, what would that do for us? Would that take us all the way up to the golden ratio? That takes you all the way up to the golden ratio, of which you're looking to find support here. I'm just saying, guys, look at that. $25. Go from 25 cents to $25. I think it's possible. Now, you'd have to see a multi-hundred billion dollar market cap in Algorand. Of course, if this thing was the best thing since sliced bread, if some kind of innovative layer or technology came out with this, it was the most popular thing. It was a utilized crypto that could actually see value and use case in the real world in a very short amount of time. Okay, maybe you could rip all the way up to $64. I don't think so, though. I don't think you're going to see a $500 billion market cap or more, right? But 200, I think that's pushing the envelope enough. 100x being a possibility is a blessing in any coin. So it is possible here, but that's basically the threshold. It's like right there, just above 100x. The minimum target, undeniably, the minimum target would be $7.42, and you could stop here Algorand is a big player. It's a very high market cap. Seeing something like this, that would give you a $60 billion market cap. That's still higher than anything you've seen before. I could see that happening, but this is the minimum. This is the minimum target for a reason. This is the maximum target for a reason, right? These are the extremes. Likely you don't stop here. Likely you don't stop here. Likely you stop somewhere in between. It's very common with the 1414 to not stop right at it. Rather, you go just above it and then you come back down. You might see a wick, right? Your top would be some kind of wick here on a monthly basis, and then you close below the 1414, something like that. So in other words, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but in my opinion, a good selling point might be anything above 1225. That's how I would look at this, right? My expectation would be that you do go above here. So that's about a 48, 49x, almost a 50x. I bet you see Algorand go all the way up, yeah, to something around 14 to 15 bucks. I bet you do. If not all the way up to 25 bucks, right? And that's where it's tricky, because you could go up reaching for the golden ratio, but then pull back down. You could see anything from genuinely like a 50x to an 80x and still not see that 100x coming in. But something between $12.25 and $25, I do personally expect you go above $12.25. I don't expect you go above $25. I'd be surprised if you stopped only at $7.42, but even there, that would give you about a 29x, almost a 30x. That's still outperforming the average coin, at least from what I expect between now and the end of the cycle. I think the average crypto is going to do something of like a 20 to a 22x. So doing a 30x, that's nice, right? As your minimum expectation, that's nice. That's not bad at all. So I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I think a good aspiration to have would be to get prices back above these areas here. Get back above the monthly ribbon. Set yourself up for a cross. Get above 42 cents. You're at 24.7 cents now, looking like you want to go just below, if not just to 20 cents, a little bit lower. Aspirations to have would be to get above 42 cents, okay? Or no, I'm sorry. Let's say 45 cents. Get above 45 cents, and that's when it's party time again. That's whenever you'll start to see these moves that will take you not just above $1, but several dollars, and you can look forward to new all-time highs and all that stuff. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.